what I think is really interesting about your story when it comes to faith and the journey of your daughter Whitney, you're at age 27. Things were not ideal in the sense where you were feeling like you'd lived your life exactly according to what God's will was, or even close to what you knew to do. And now you're in trouble. And then your daughter's got leukemia. First thing most people think of is, a lot of people at least, I've done something wrong in order to cause this. And it's because something I've done wrong, now God is punishing me, or he's not being able to bless me. Next is, how am I going to ask God for help now? Because he won't listen to me because I haven't been following him. These are the things that people face. What did God do to you? Did he punish you?
No, he didn't punish me. I never felt angry at him. I did have questions of why. And I still have those questions of why the children, why the little children have to suffer, but I never felt like I was being punished. However, when it's time to ask for help, wow, how do I ask? Am I worthy? Am I worthy of asking? But in a mother's shoes, I was asking for her. This isn't for me. A mom will give up their life for their child. Mom will give. I remember when we had crossed into Mexico, we had to go to this surgical suite for Whitney to have these porta-catheters placed so that she could have her treatment, right? And they gave her a drug to kind of calm her down so that we could do it because she was hysterical. I mean, she's 6, right? And when they gave her that medication, she reacted to it. Instead of calming down, she just went berserk. And so I had to get up on the table, and she was 30 pounds, maybe, if she was even 30 pounds. And I had to get up and I had to lay down on top of her to hold her down, to get the rage that she was having, out of her. And when I look back at that, I did it because I knew that I had to do that in order for her to get better. I had to put her through the pain. And now when I look back at that, I think that, when Jesus had to die on the cross, or when he gave his life for us, the pain that, God had to go through for that, for me. And when I'm up on her and I'm laying on her I'm doing this for your own good, I kind of wonder if he was doing what he did to me for my own good.
Absolutely. This is very interesting. So then it's interesting, you look at your experience, then according to what you're saying, you didn't even necessarily pray a really eloquent prayer asking God for all these things, or necessarily get everything perfect in your life. I think you were just doing anything you could for your daughter. Your mind was just there. I think it seems like all your energy was there. You didn't have energy for anything else. But then somehow there was this connection happening with God, and it seems like God was leading you. Mm-hmm. And somehow you over time began to open your eyes to that, and now you look back and you see God carrying you through it, which is interesting. But and you mentioned that you didn't see that God was punishing you. You were wondering whether you could ask God for help, considering you felt that you hadn't been faithful to him in all the things that he had asked you to do in your life. So did he bless you? Did he help you in spite of your mistakes and decisions?
Oh, that was what Whitney going through what she went through was the biggest blessing on my life, because of that I've been able to share about him and what he has done for us thousands of times. Thousands of times.
What did he do for you? He showed me that he's here.
He's in me. He's just not a name in the Bible. He's just not a nursery story. He's just not, a part of someone's imagination of, oh yeah, let's all pray about it. It's not about it's not about that. He's a living, breathing God inside of me. He talks to me. I talk to him. He's my friend. If I'm really frustrated with something in my daily life, even something maybe at the office or a frustration that I'm having at home, he's the first one I talk to. And so what he did for me was come into my life as one of my best friends, and I tell people all the time, I just need to go take a walk with Jesus. I just need to talk to him and see what he thinks that I should do. So I'm aware of him. I'm aware of his presence. And it's such a different, life-changing experience to have him, in your life on a daily basis.